Everybody, it's Trevor Friesen. Very excited to showcase to you another virtual open house that we're doing. So today's listing is taking us to Duncan. There's some really good value homes and a great little pocket in Duncan. Today we're showcasing 21-1027 College Street. It's in the west side of Duncan, probably about a 2-minute drive from the hospital. It's a really great part of town with a lot of amenities, everything from groceries, shopping, you know, Tim Hortons, etc. Very, very close by. You gotta have your Timmies with you at all times. Anyways, we're almost there. Looking forward to show it to you. Okay, we've made it. Let me give you a little tour as we walk into the development. So this was built by Nicon Developments about a year and a half ago. So again, all the product that you see here, all these townhomes, I remember having a look at it and touring some when they were getting built. They're really, really well made. There's a couple that are still left for sale that are brand new. And again, the reason why this one's such a good price point and such a good deal on it is the fact that it's just about a year old. And again, you don't have to pay GST. A great location on College Street because it kind of dead ends, so you're not going to have a lot of traffic at all. There's an older school that's right across, so great location there. There's a private school across the street that way. There's a gas station. There's a grocery store. Everything's really, really close. And again, the hospital is only about 1 or 2 minutes away. So we're going to be heading in to number 21. 21-1027 College Street is the address. The great thing about these places as well too, you can kind of have a look, they've all got some real nice characteristics to them. A lot of nice kind of feel, its own personality, different colors and so forth. You can see them all kind of laid out. And you've got basically blocks of 2 or 3. So you've got 3 that are there, they've got 3 here, you've got another couple that are over here. So here's what's really nice. This one we're gonna show you is on the very, very end. So you've only got neighbors on one side. That's a huge advantage. The other thing being on the end, got a lot of trees. So let's do a quick tour in the outside of this place. Each stall comes with 1 parking stall, but as you can tell when we get off the street there, that there's plenty of parking that's around. So there's no shortage if you've got 2 or 3 cars. It also has a really deep garage, so you can put a couple cars inside there if you need it. One of the great things, like I mentioned, the fact that it is an end unit, is you have a covered balcony. So if you're out here having a coffee, nice and private, nice and quiet, there's not like you're looking at any, sketchy neighbors or a bad neighborhood. It's a good little spot that's down here. What's really great too, and I'll show you when we get inside, but if you can kind of just have a look at this, Austin, and show the folks that are watching, there's a side entrance and a back door here, but that's actually a perfect setup for like an in-law suite. So even though it's a townhouse, you've got a separate bathroom, bedroom, door. If you had friends or someone that's staying over, this is a great, great place for them, and they wouldn't have to interrupt your day. So again, price on this, we launched at $649.9, which was still significantly less than what the 2 remaining brand new ones are, and there's no GST. Then we dropped it to $629.9. And now, for today only, well, until we sell it, it's going to be $599.9. So that's a really spectacular price point. Under $600,000 with no GST. It's barely used. We're looking at like a 1-year-old place. So let's have a quick look at the floor plan. I know there's a couple of cats that are in the garage. So it's a pretty good sized garage. It does have electric car parking as well too. So as long as you convince the cats not to run out, because I know they're a bit of escape artists. There you go. So good sized garage. Obviously in this case, it's used for some storage, but you can put a car in here if you want. And again, if you have an electric car like so many of us do nowadays, that's fantastic. All right, so come on out of the garage. And if we look right across in the hallway, this is a nice little bonus. So your hot water tank is there, but look at the size of it, it's huge. It's also done through natural gas. So it's gonna last a long time and it's a very efficient way of heating your home. So a natural gas hot water tank. This was that special little, almost like an in-law suite. I mean, it's not a big house, but in terms of a townhouse, it's a really good size. And this, if we close the door and you get kind of an idea of the size of it, there's a really good sized bedroom here. Lots of natural light, lots of windows, quite a bit of trees behind there, so you got lots of privacy. Obviously your blinds are there, but you've got a back door, you've got a closet that's over here, and you have your own bathroom. So with the shower, so if you had grandma, grandpa staying over, if you had, you know, your friend from Vancouver staying for a couple nights, need to crash, other family or friends or a teenage son or daughter that wants kind of a bit of their own space, here's a great opportunity. So anyways, here is the third bedroom that's downstairs. There's also a den. So again, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, over 1,500 square feet and a den. All real nice engineered hardwood. As we walk upstairs too, other than the fact that I feel a nice plush carpet right underneath my feet, when and if you were to buy one of these brand new, at the time, back in 2021, there were a few different choices in terms of the colors. They went with a real light palette, a really light color scheme. So there's a lot of grays, beiges, whites, and the floors are a real light engineered hardwood as well. What that means is no matter what kind of taste you have, no matter what kind of style you have, you can kind of put pretty much any color you want into the home. Counters, cabinets, backsplash, all really nice. They've definitely taken advantage again of the natural gas that's available, and they have a natural gas stove. That and the hot water tank is not something standard that you'd find in any other unit in here unless they've gone and upgraded it. So a really nice open kitchen, you know, area here to eat. There's a back balcony with natural gas hookup outside for your barbecue. Another bathroom. So that's a real nice setup around the kitchen. As you get into the living room, you've got a really nice big fireplace, which is really common nowadays in a lot of these condos and townhouses. It also has a very wide kind of berth going up so that if you have a large TV, like in this case that they do, or most people have nowadays, you have a 65 or a 75 inch TV, you got plenty of room and it doesn't feel like it's crowded at all. Let's head upstairs. First thing you'll notice is you got these nice little barn doors that set up here for the den. So you've got 2 large bedrooms up here plus a den. And the den's got a nice little surprise in it. So this would be great for an office or, you know, a little workspace, maybe a gym or something like that if you want to have some weights in. But here is, go ahead there, Austin, your washer and dryer. It's tucked away and of course not using up any space. By having a really nice stackable, you're definitely saving some space. Because that room there doesn't have any furniture in it, it gives you kind of a good idea of the size of the room. So have a quick look around there. And then finally, you've got a good size full bathroom that's between the bedrooms, almost like a Jack and Jill. It would be in essence like an ensuite. There's not really a connection to the primary bedroom. That being said, this is the primary bedroom, so you didn't really have far to go. Very wide, again, a good generous sized bedroom. It's a king size bed. You've got probably 2.5 feet or so on each side of the bed, so really good size. And you've got your walk-in closet that's back over there as well too, tucked out of the way. So that's the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, we're at $599,900. I am very confident now at this price point it's gonna sell very quickly. So if you are in the market for a townhouse, if you're in the market for a good part of Duncan with really close amenities, anything that you kind of need, you want something that still has some warranty, you know, you want to have a real modern kind of feel and modern flair, and you don't want to break the bank, like you better jump at this. And I am telling you to jump at this for a couple of reasons, but the main thing is this little recessed market we're in right now. For any of you a little bit in the know, if you've been on the island for a number of years, if you've got your pulse just a little bit on Vancouver Island real estate, any kind of buyer's market doesn't last long. We are in a buyer's market now, absolutely. It's shifted 180 degrees in the last 6 months, for sure. There's been probably anywhere between 10 and 20% change in values of prices since the spring. And we're pretty flush, pretty even about where we were last year at this time. So market went up since last fall, and it's come down since the spring. We get through the next 1 or 2 interest rate jumps, maybe even there's a third one. We get out of this recession in the next year or 2 at the very most, and you're gonna see a big skyrocket in prices because it happens every time on Vancouver Island. It's a good opportunity. If you're not flipping it, if you're not gonna flip it or sell it in 6 months, honestly, it doesn't really matter what you pay. And I use this last analogy I heard years ago for that to sink in. Imagine you're in the 1980s or 1990s. Your house prices are so much lower than they are now, right? Let's say you were to buy something like this new, it would have cost you, let's call it $200,000, $250,000. In your mind, if you had to spend $50,000 or $100,000 over that price just to get it, and you just think in your head, oh my God, I paid so much, way too much, and you still own the property a few years later, do you really think it matters? How much more has any home, any property, anywhere in Vancouver Island appreciated in the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years? Lots. So it's a great long-term, robust market that we're in. Anyways, I hope you had a good time. If you have any questions about this place, please reach out to myself, Lane, or Hardeep. We'll be happy to show the property to you, explain anything. Again, good low strata fees. It's only a year old, lots of warranty, and it's a really great modern feel townhouse in a good spot of Duncan. Thanks for joining. Have a great day, guys.